Hey everyone, and welcome to the Southern Romantics New Consultant Training Webinars. This is call number 8 in our series of 8, which means tonight is the last call. Hooray! We made it. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Beth, who took over for me last week. My party ran a little late, so I will make sure call number 7 gets uploaded to YouTube and into this event with the quickness. We actually did that on Monday and I forgot to post. So I will post that and tonight's call in short order. But congratulations to all the women who have stuck with me for 8 weeks and who are taking the next steps in staying a student with their business. So everyone give yourself a pat on the back. Yay. Ooh, I need to silence my phone because I was just telling Tori 7 minutes to recover from a distraction. All right, so tonight we've got Tori and Wen on the phone or on the call with us, and we are talking about going forward, next steps. Now that this is the end of the 8 rounds of calls, what do we do next? So if you stuck with me for all 8, this is going to be a nice little wrap up. If this is your first, this is going to be like a nice little recap of what we just talked about, and you should go watch all those videos. So the first thing I want to make sure that you're always doing is touching base with yourself on your goals. So hopefully you did the 12-month business plan that's available on the COO. You've set some goals for yourself. You know kind of what you want out of this business. If it's more time with your family, if it's more money in your pocket, if it's to pay off a specific debt. We cover goal setting, I think in, hold on, I will find it. Goal setting gets covered in call 3, and that was held on August 14th. Goal setting is one of my favorite things on the planet. So if you didn't get a chance to watch that call, go ahead and run back and watch that. But are you where you want to be? Are you close to reaching your goals? Are you getting closer to reaching your goals? What is keeping you from reaching those goals or making the progress that you need to make to move forward? And those are things that only you can answer. So only you know what your goals are unless you've shared them with an accountability partner or a buddy or your sponsor. And if you're on track with those goals, you have to be completely honest with yourself. Sometimes that's hard. The next thing that I want to make sure we touch base on and kind of reignite a passion for is time management. Time management, again, we were just talking about this before we started recording. It's huge. It's huge in this business because it's so easy to get sucked in to things that we don't really necessarily need to be doing, like checking Facebook or Twitter or Instagram all the time. So balancing your time that you're spending on your business, prioritizing it, making sure that your friends and family honor and respect that time, not to interrupt you, so you can get as much done in that time as possible. So you can get back on and enjoying your life or getting back to watching your favorite TV show. So there's a great book that we reference a lot. It's called Eat That Frog. It's by Brian Tracy. It might be back on that shelf. And if it is back on that shelf, it is available for you guys to borrow. It's a quick read. It's a little over 100 pages. And it's all about learning how to prioritize and work with your time. So another easy way to kind of see what time's available to you is to kind of like how you'd go to a dietitian to lose weight and you'd keep a food journal. I want you to I want you to think about keeping a time journal. So list everything that you do in a day, in a week, and in a month for your business. And that could just be a little spiral bound notebook. And you've got to be honest. So if you wake up at 7:30 and you overslept or you hit snooze 16 times, whatever it's going to be. And then if you spend 15 hours on Facebook, keep a journal and you'll see where time is that you could be working your business. It's hard, but it tells you a lot. So chunking out your time. And then think about, with your pure romance business, everything that you need to get done, which really isn't a lot, but figure out how much time does it actually take? How much time does it take to process all your orders and figure out what you need to place with your large order? How often do you need to do that? How much time does it take to stamp catalogs or send thank you notes to your hostesses? And just carving that into your schedule. Just if you work your business on Saturday mornings, because you work a 9 to 5, and Saturday mornings are your pure romance business time, how are you using those 3 to 4 hours effectively? Or if you work your business for an hour a day, are you doing one thing on Tuesdays, one thing on Wednesdays, one thing on Thursday? What do you need to do, and how are you doing that? What can you delegate? Are there things that you can do or that you need to do for your business that someone else is capable of doing? Maybe not to the point where you have to hire an assistant yet, but if you are multitasking, so say you're watching Game of Thrones or your favorite TV show or football, can you be stickering your products or labeling your catalogs at that point instead of taking time where you could be on the phone with people? Or what can you get your partner, spouse, children, any of those nice people, what can they do? If you have kids, can they be stickering your G-rated items? Can they be putting your name on catalogs? What can you delegate to make your life easier? One of my rules that I try to stick with is touch it once. And I always use connection cards as a great example. So connection cards, we get these at every single party. If you're not collecting these from your customers, start doing it now. But touch it once. So when you come home from your party, collect all the information you need from this card. All right, so name, address, city, state, zip, phone number, email, birthday, and the day you met them, potentially what hostess. Where does that information go? For me, I put it in an Excel spreadsheet, and then once a month, I import that into the COO. So it goes directly, I have it sorted, so what groups that person's gonna filter into. So if they have a May birthday and they were at a party in July and they wanted to host a party, they're gonna go into a group for each of those things. And then once I've collected all this information, I'm still on the customer connection card. If I have my hot leads book for somebody that wants to sign up or wants to join a party, when I am touching this, and this is exactly what I did for my 2 parties yesterday, is I touched it once, I put them in the places they needed to go so that I know exactly when to follow up with them because they are hot leads, and then they go over here until I delegate it to my assistant to actually file those away in the drawers that they need to go in. But now that I am done with that, I have all their contact information in a spreadsheet. That's going to get uploaded to the COO. They're in my hot leads list. And then anybody who booked a party, I've already started their party tracking sheet. So I can do their hostess coaching. I've already done everything I needed from the customer connection cards. Then they go over into the corner and somebody else puts them away for me because I hate filing. And all of that is just part of a system I've developed over 5 years. So I highly encourage you guys, develop a system. When you come back from your party, you've got your customer connection cards, you've got your order forms. Hopefully all of this is going to be pure sale soon. That's going to be amazing. What do you do with that paperwork? In what order does it get processed? How do we make sure we don't lose anything? So I'm a big fan of notebooks. I have 3-ring binders coming out of my ears. There's a couple back here. There's a ton in this closet. I have my potential hostesses binder. They're pink for parties. And then I have my potential new team members. They're green for money. And this is how I color coordinate my Google Calendar too. So I know that anything with green is going to be follow up with my potential new team members. Anything pink is going to be parties. I developed a system. It's easy for me to kind of look at and know like, okay, this is what I'm expecting with this much of my time. And then my order forms right now go into a big purple binder because purple was pretty. And then if you guys can see, give me 2 seconds, I'll hold it up so you can see. There are some flags over here. Yay! So that is how I track who's got back orders and who still has stuff I need to mail to them. So when I get a big shipment in, I've got all my parties in here. Everybody that's got a pink tab, that means I still owe them a product. So it's easy for me to flip to that tab. I'm going to have a whole bunch of Body Boost coming in this week, so I'm about to mail out a lot of Body Boost. As soon as that item is shipped to that person, I take the tab off. I don't ever have to worry about that person again until they call me, but because they're in the COO, I don't ever have to look at that paper again. Touch it once. And then I put these notebooks back here to rot. So developing a system for everything you do. How do you follow up? How frequently do you follow up? Do you send out a recruiting blast with every new kit sale? Do you send out a monthly newsletter to all of the people on your contact list? Do you send out birthday stuff? So just developing a system, giving it the time it deserves, and kind of just setting that up as a schedule. Once you do something, I can't remember what it was, but if you repeat something like 21 times, that's when it becomes a habit. I think it's 14 or 21 times. So try it for a month. And I like that. So I know that I designate my days. So Tuesdays, I deal with party follow-up. I do my hostess coaching. I start building parties for anyone who booked a party with me the previous weekend. Anything that has to do with the party, I pretty much do on Tuesdays. And Tuesdays are also follow-up. So when my assistant comes to work with me, she's working on following up with people. So Tuesdays, I hit the ground running. I try to get as much done on Tuesdays. And then I know that typically an order will come in on Wednesday and we'll process it on Thursday. So Thursday is for shipping back orders. So that's just my system. It works for me. But then I just know, like, Wednesdays, I do this. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. And then on Mondays and Fridays, I try to take it slow those days. Mondays, I take completely off. Fridays, I just try to get jazzed about the weekend, and I kind of catch up on anything I forgot to do during the week. So setting office hours is super important. Once you figure out how much time it takes to actually run the business side of your business, which if you're doing a party a week might only be an hour a week. If you're doing, 3 to 5 parties a week and you're building a team, it's going to take a little bit more time to run your business. But once you figure out how much time all of that takes, just setting those specific office hours and letting the people who live with you and share your life know about them. So my husband works a 9 to 5. I try to get as much of my business stuff done while he's at work. So then on the nights off where I don't party, we can try to spend time together. Or he knows that Sunday nights from 8 to 10 I have team office hours. So he knows that every single Sunday night from 8 to 10, he's free to watch football or whatever else he wants to watch, because I'm going to be in here hanging out with you guys. So again, concentrate on your income producing activities. That's picking up the phone and calling people, working on party bookings, hostess coaching, recruit interviews, talking to your potential new team members, training your new team members. Those are the things that you should be focused on. And if you haven't heard of Belinda Ellsworth, I have a bunch of her books on tape. She has a wonderful program called the Power Hour, where it's literally you get an egg timer, 15 minutes you tackle this, 15 minutes you tackle this. Once a day, your power hour, close your door, get it done. Your business is done in an hour. It's really cool. I'm going to be trying to make sure I'm sharing that with you guys a little bit more this year. And ignoring your low priority items. So if you have an hour today to work on your business, do not spend it on Facebook. Don't spend it checking your phone because it buzzes and beeps every time someone likes the picture of whatever you just did. Turn off your phone notifications. Do everybody a favor and turn off your phone notifications, especially if you have a high-pitched chirpy thing for every time someone does something on Facebook and your phone makes a hell of a lot of noise. Turn it off. Everybody is going to get annoyed by your little chirpy thing. And if you're at my house, my dog's going to freak out, and that's going to make me angry. I've actually had to ask people to turn their phone notifications off when they come to my house, because this is not my house. This is my dog's house. And if she doesn't like your phone signal chirpy thing, she's going to let you know about it. But your phone notifications serve absolutely no purpose. So just turn off your phone notifications. You don't need to check Facebook every time someone likes a picture. I love you. They love you. They like your picture. You can check it on your predetermined Facebook time. All right, so that's a little bit more about time management that I definitely want to stress with you guys. It's up to you how much time you're going to spend on your business, but just remember, the speed of the leader is the speed of the team. What you're doing with your business is going to model for your potential new team members. So not that they need to see you slaving away work in your business all the time, but if you take a selfie and you're like, power hour time, I can't wait to get a lot of this stuff done. If you've got a party with me booked over the next month, expect a phone call in the next hour. And then an hour later, they see that you're like out having fun again. They're like, whoa, she fits this into her life so easily. That's amazing. So your level of engagement really does determine your level of success in the business. If you're committed to the process of book, sell, share, repeat, the business will work for you. The only reason the business doesn't work is if you don't work. So whenever I hear someone say, oh, it didn't work. What I hear is, oh, I didn't work. Because the business works if you work the business. So you have to pick up the phone, you have to meet new people, you have to go to trainings, you have to stay a student. And if you don't do that, and if you're not modeling that for your potential new team members or for your newest team members, they're going to think that they don't have to. And then, of course, they're not going to stick around because it didn't work. It's not it. It's them. It's you. So make it a priority to come to team events. We don't do them just for, poops and giggles. We do it because we want to see you. We need the FaceTime. We want to see what you guys are up to. We want to know what your problems are. We also want to make sure that we form a strong sisterhood where, God forbid, there's an emergency and you couldn't make a party, that you know who to reach out to cover that party. Or if you're like trying to train this new team member and you're not speaking each other's language, maybe there's someone else who has been in a similar situation and they can hook you up with that. So get engaged in your business. It's not just a party, it's also the team, it's also the trainings. I hope to see you guys Wednesday in Atlanta. I know it's hard when they do trainings during the week, but you can still make it happen. Next month we'll be in Charlotte. It's a little bit closer than Atlanta. But if you haven't made it out to a bus tour or a training like that, it's worth it. If you need to take time off of work, I can't stress enough, it's worth it. If you really want Pure Romance to bring in a significant amount of income into your household, going to these trainings is pretty much a necessity. I know it's easy for me to say that because this is my full-time job. I know it's harder to balance when you've got kids and jobs and priorities. I totally understand. But if you could do it, do it. And the last thing I want to kind of touch on tonight is the sisterhood. We talked about it just a minute ago with doing things like the date night today where we carved pumpkins. We had a really fun time. And building the relationship with your sisters, it does take time. Not everyone's going to be a perfect fit. Not everyone's going to speak each other's love language. Not everyone's going to understand everybody's background. But the great thing about having such a diverse group of team members is that we have each other's backs and we're here for each other. So if there's something that I'm struggling with, maybe Wen knows a little bit more about it, then I can reach out to her. Or if she has items that I don't typically sell that her customers tend to buy them more, then I know I can reach out to her. Maybe she can help me fill a back order. Or help meet a customer real quick that's in distress. So the sisterhood is awesome. And we're focusing really on building the sisterhood and not having so much worky work, right? Not having us be so business oriented. And we do that with our monthly date night. So we've got monthly meetings, but then every month we also have a date night just to get together socially, not really focus on work, but just focus on having fun together. So there are some expectations when it comes to the sisterhood. I think a lot of people assume that when you get a group of women together, they have to be catty. It's got to be drama filled, and it truly does not. And I've never felt that more than with Pure Romance. There have definitely been some times where drama has happened, and I am pretty quick to nip it in the bud because I frankly don't have the patience for it. This is my job. This is my passion. I don't have time for drama. I was a theater kid growing up. I got all my drama out then. I don't need any of it now. So if there's drama on the team and you don't know how to handle it, you call me. I'm going to put the kibosh on it. But that might also mean me calling you out on it too. So I expect you to maintain a friendly demeanor to every consultant, even girls on other teams that you might not know as well. Never trash talk another consultant, whether they're on our team or not. Even if you've heard bad things about them, you maintain a friendly demeanor. We are a sisterhood in and outside of this team. So talking crap about one Pure Romance consultant makes us all look bad. Gossiping about anybody makes us all look bad. So don't gossip, don't hearsay. If you've got beef with someone, take it to them. If you can't take it to them, you don't have beef with them. If you've got beef with me and you don't tell me about it, you don't have beef with me. You got beef with you. So you have got to nip it in the bud. If there's an issue, if something's bothering you, if I hurt your feelings, you got to tell me. If someone else hurt your feelings, you have to let them know because they won't know. Boop, 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 boop. So be friendly, maintain the sisterhood, no gossip. And if you're trading with other consultants, which is a great way to kind of build variety in inventory and help cover back orders, keep it clean, keep it neat, and keep it fair. Keep it quick. So trade retail for retail. You cannot buy retail products from other consultants, especially consultants going out of business, because it didn't work. You know that they didn't work. They can trade retail for retail. So if they've got products that you'd like and they would like a lifetime supply of shave cream, you can hook them up with that. Just make sure it's fair. So say that I needed 2 hot hearts, which are $16 a piece to $32. And all I had was a gray blindfold and a whipped to trade. That is also $32. That is a fair trade. 32 for 32. Not my buying discount versus your buying discount. And if you're trading via mail and someone's helping you by sending you something that you needed, it's good practice when you mail them whatever you're trading for to throw a couple dollars their way to help pay for the shipping since they covered your butt. So just kind of keep that in mind. There are some policies on trades and exchanges in the big consultant guide that you're expected to read. Just remember that you're responsible for your own business. You are your own boss, which is one of the best parts about this business. But you're expected to know this information. All the resources are available to you, the same resources that are available to me. If there's anything that I know that nobody else knows yet, or anything that you might not be able to find it or you wouldn't know that it exists, I'm definitely sharing that on our team page for you guys, including upcoming dates for events, when and where we're doing things. I let you guys know about all that. So the biggest, what's the best way to say this? The worst excuse you could ever give me is, oh my God, I had no idea about that. Because you did. If you read the handbook, if you turned on your computer, if you checked your text messages, if you checked your email from corporate, there's no way not to know about all the amazing things that are happening within this business, because it's all out there. So that's kind of it that I wanted to touch base on tonight. I will be happy to open this up for questions, comments, or concerns, because this is our last webinar for the series. I will be posting in the event a survey link after this, hopefully tonight. If you guys can just take a moment to fill out the survey and let me get some feedback on these webinars to see if they're still worth everyone's time, if it's good information, just to kind of see where we are. We've done about 4 or 5 rounds of these now. It's been almost a whole year, so I definitely want to make sure we're giving you guys good information, it's staying current, and make sure it's the best use of everybody's time. So thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop the recording, but you guys stay on so we can do our Q&A. So for everybody that's watching, bye.